price for sunflowers, and I'm giving you both. I mean, you can't have sunflowers or not have yellow. Okay, whatever. Yellow's a little bit out of my comfort zone, and I was like, is this gonna be ugly? I think it is. But then I can't tell you how many times I went back and forth between loving it and hating it, which is common for artists. But then when I started outlining it, I really hated it. I was like, ugh. But then now I love it, and I hope y'all do too. So just, don't tell me if you don't. And if you do love it, it's on my website, those canvases, as well as a notebook, and then an art print version of each, as well as phone wallpapers. So usually I let Ella voice her opinion about my painting, but this time I thought it'd be fun to show her reaction in person. It was a little disappointing at first, but I think she really got it towards the end, But now watching back, here's Ella's final thoughts. What? Thank you. Her opinion is always appreciated. So we're almost done. Here we go. Ta-da!
Underrated artist check. Now, I am really, really, really underrated because I have little to no followers. I would really like to support anyone else that uses this audio. Support them too. Have a good...
Oh no!
Oh yes!
Everybody does it. Time for a change.
Okay, so it's come to my attention that nobody in my life actually knows what I do. So this is me. I'm Catherine. I carve into copper, and then I put ink on it, and then I make sure the ink gets all in the little grooves, and then I wipe most of the ink off that I just put on there. It's the only use that newspaper has, and it gets your hands really messy. And so you have to wash your hands, and then you make sure that whatever you're printing on is wet, because otherwise it won't work. Don't ask me why, but it can't be too wet, so we gotta dab it off. And then we tuck the homie in, make sure it's under its felts, and then you start cranking the wheel, and it makes you feel like a ship's captain, which is pretty fun. And then we crank the wheel some more and make sure that the fabric gets pushed into the little grooves, and then you get to pull the fabric back and see what you made, which is so exciting and rewarding. And here's the final print, and I'm gonna print it 60 more times.
This is how you draw a cactus. This is step one. Just start with some wiggly ass lines, like really wiggly, to get the outline of your cactus. Really, really, really wiggly. Forgot to mention that step one is low-key the hardest part. Like, it takes fucking forever, but just keep it pushing. Okay, so now that you got your outline done and everything, you're gonna draw like little faint lines in between in the middle of like the cactus like things. Remember, these lines are supposed to be like pretty faint. Like, you're not supposed to see them as much as they're gonna be thinner, basically. Okay, so after you're done with step two, you start drawing the spikies. The way you draw those is just like up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. And then once you're done with all the spikes, you're pretty...
Gummy bears. My plan was simple. Go to Dollar Tree, buy all their gummy bears, use the different colors as different values, then resin it, which will seal it forever, then hang it in the window. Maybe it'll look like stained glass window? This took me like 6 weeks, 23 bags of gummy bears, $8 worth of hot glue, and 1,000,000 hours to make, but it'll only take 1 second to like it, please. I don't really like how it turned out, but it gave me an idea for something even bigger. We'll see. And I don't like it, but...
Okay, so I found this little green Hippo pot at the Goodwill and decided I want to flip it. So that's me washing it in the sink, and then quickly I did a base coat of white just so it'd be easier to apply color. The color I chose was purple, and then after I did that, I did a second coat because ew, that looks rough. There, that's better. Okay, then I started adding details to the features of her face, like the whites of her eyes, and then some depth to her other facial features, and then I finished the eyes with the pupils. But then I realized that she kind of looks like she's seen things, so I added a little more emotion with some eyelashes and stuff like that, and some red nails because she's a bad bitch. I also put a little red heart on her butt because it's Valentine's Day. I don't know, it's cute. And then I Mod Podged her, filled her with potting soil, and added a plant.
Life hack: if you're like me and prefer to wear bras under your tie front tops like this one but can't figure out how to hide the bra, watch this. Put on your favorite bra under. This is my favorite low impact sports bra, and I feel like these ones work the best. Take the front ties and wrap it across as if you're going to tie the top normally, but instead take one of the ties and loop it under your bra and pull it up so that the tie comes out of the top of the bra just like this. Then tie the top as normal, and that's it. It's super easy and you can't see your bra at all. This hack literally works for pretty much any tie front top. As you can see, this one's a little bit more loose, but the hack still works the same. And yeah, that's pretty much it, you guys. Make sure you like and follow for more fashion hacks. Bye!
Okay, you guys, so today I'm going to teach you how to turn a hoodie into a two-piece set with pockets. So the first thing you're going to want to do is get a thrifted hoodie. I got this one from Southern Thrift Market, and it has Harvard University on it. Next, you want to go ahead and make a little slit right in the middle so there's enough space to crop it and still have a piece for your shorts. I use this little pizza cutter thing, and yeah. Okay, so now that I have it cut, I'm going to take a pair of my favorite shorts, fold them in half, grab any pair of shorts that fit you really well, and you're going to cut the outline of it onto the bottom half. Now, before I cut, this step is very important. You're going to want to fold the bottom half to where the pocket ends up on the side, so I'll show you. This will ensure that when you sew up the pants that the pocket will be in the front. Now I'm going to go ahead and cut it out. What you do to one side, you do to the other. You're now going to flip this inside out, sew up the edges along the side, and then add elastic to the, then we're going to add elastic to the bottom and to the top, and I'll show you the steps to that. One thing I forgot to mention is that you want to cut these little slits on the end because that's going to be your crotch area. So all of this should now be sewn up. Now you're going to combine it with this side. It should now look like this, and this will be the crotch of your shorts, and you will sew that together. Now for the fun part, which is adding elastic, you're going to just fold this part over, sew all around. Gonna leave a little space open, and then add a safety pin to some elastic and feed it through the hole, and repeat those steps for the top. Now you're going to sew the two ends of the elastic. So I just finished the top and the bottom. Let's see how this turned out. I literally love it, you guys.
The coronavirus, man-made. Stay woke.